Whoever's saying that they think that they have some sort of magic formula that the rest of these professional brewers are not aware of is full of shit.
This is the revenge tour right now.
But he's missing probably at least 500 pounds of grain.
A little nerves, a little excitement.
Recipes for me are a malleable compass.
What the fuck was that?
Oh my God, I've never seen this before.
Oh no, Michael, you can hear me.
Oh, I'm definitely coming in first.
I think I might give him some trouble.
I don't want to be anywhere near Porter right now. Leave him alone.
Not really sure where his head's at.
This is the video that you have been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. 2026 Brewer versus Brewer. We are back and better than ever. 4 brewers competing for one cash prize of $1,000. We have Suds. We have Porter. Alex. And myself duking it out. Like last year, guys, we will crown a winner with your feedback. This year's beer style is Triple IPA.
Yay! Well, we just found out as of yesterday that we're brewing triple IPAs. It's been on the brew schedule for about a year. I don't know if that was all part of the plan to keep us on our toes, but triple IPAs.
It's hopped at a more aggressive rate compared to like a double IPA or a single IPA, and it's dry hopped a lot more aggressively as well. So
Triple IPAs, there's a sweetness that sometimes is too much for me. So I wanted to cut the sweetness. I want it to be perfect balance.
Maybe not everybody's top choice for January, but the fact of the matter is we love juicy, big hop saturated beers. And we thought what better way to have a competition than to make it that.
What I view as a triple IPA kind of starts at like 9% and goes to like 10.5, and then you start kind of approaching that quadruple IPA category. We're all shooting for kind of like a 1.09 target, which will get you about 9%, but depending on how your brew goes and what kind of grain you use and how badly you mess up your brew day.
I'm not sure there is a stated definition. I think BJCP might have one. To me, a triple IPA is somewhere between 9 and 10%, could be less, could be more, but really it's about the level of hopping. And for me, a triple IPA wants to be aggressively hopped.
To me, a triple IPA would be any brew that's above 10% ABV.
8% is not a triple IPA.
For the purpose of this competition, we're doing half batches, which are 30 barrel batches here at Tree House on a 60 barrel brew house. So you have to scale those standard recipes down. Now this might sound challenging, but frankly, we do it all the time, day to day here at Tree House. Unfortunately for me, I don't.
I mean, I write all these half batch sizes recipe wise, so I had a little bit of an advantage there. I think he's gonna clog up the pipe work, and then we're gonna have to rescue him.
I think our experience with these smaller batches and access to special hops and special grains and stuff should kind of set us apart.
Used to homebrew a lot, believe it or not, even when I was brewing professionally back in the day. There was always this one recipe that I always gravitated towards and refine, use different yeast strains, use different hop profiles and everything like that. I dove back into my past and used some things, and this particular recipe made it as a triple IPA. So my blend is pretty classic, you know, a pretty classic combo. The dry hop's really gonna make it pop.
I dialed back some of my specialty malts, bumped up the base malts, local malt farm in Connecticut called Thrall Family Malt. I was lucky enough to go do selection for our hops. When I came back, I worked on a couple double IPA recipes using some of the newer varieties of hops that I actually was able to smell off the vine and pelletized. I ended up scaling up one of those recipes to create a triple IPA version.
I don't want to say I'm playing it safe this year, but I'm kind of doing like a tried and true method where it's going to be orange and juicy, but I'm using 2 malts I've never used before and a hop I've never used before. Porter and I, when we went to John Siegel's ranch in Washington for hop selection in September,
It is special.
It's special.
this was the first hop in whole cone form that we smelled, and it just leapt off the table. It smelled like Dole pineapple juice and Dole mango juice. Now that we have it here in-house with pellets, I've been blending it with different hops, trying to get like a good hop blend.
This time I went back to kind of our process, and a beer that I would have made like 8 or 10 years ago, kind of in the green haze core beer family. So for me, I'm like playing the Tree House hits and not trying to break any new ground. I think one of the special things about our beer here at Tree House is that as an innovator of the style, we've managed to carve out and maintain a niche where we actually kind of call it Tree House style, which is a little bit different than what's so pervasive in the market in 2026. And I think that that 4-pack is going to show what that means and how special it is. Tree House has 7 locations, 650 employees. And it is my job to make sure that all that runs as well as possible. And I contribute to a lot of different facets of the business now, beyond just brewing. Kind of weighs on my ability to focus 100% on a brew day. I see how it is. Boys left the trash can full. This is like a litmus test. They were trying to see if the old man would empty the trash bin. Always. Look at this, they left 2 of them. Unbelievable. Savage move. Yeah, go weigh your grain out, Nate. Go put your grain in the thing. Also empty the trash while you're there.
Whoops.
Is that suds? What are you doing?
Came to finalize my recipe, get everything ready, squared away.
And empty the trash, maybe?
Yes, they end up the trash next to them.
There's 2 options that you have when we go into this competition. You can play the favorites, or you can play your own favorites. And I think for the sake of trying to win the competition, you should try to play the public's favorites and not your personal favorites. And I can speak for the team here, and I know that Suds, Alex Porter, and myself, we all have our own opinions on what constitutes the best possible hoppy beer, and the public doesn't always agree. So the question for me is, can some of the guys set that aside and try to play the hits so that they can win the competition, or are they just going to stick to their guns and brew something that they like that the public may not necessarily gravitate toward?
You know, obviously it's a competition and you want to win, but at the same time, you kind of want to take some risks and have some fun and kind of brew things how you would want to brew them. So a lot of risks involved, but we'll see how it goes.
With the Brewer vs. Brewer series, it's probably one of our biggest times where we can experiment besides the Curiosity series. I mean, this is like the real one time we can fully step away from the norm. See how it goes. So I just decided to go for it and switch up the yeast altogether.
I got a wild card yeast. Last year, everyone said they'd go back for the house yeast. So I'll be interested to see what everyone else does this year.
I'm using a yeast that I've never used before and that we've actually never used here. It kind of stresses me out because I don't know how hazy it's going to be. Maybe it's not that hazy and that's good. It's kind of all dependent on the customer.
House yeast across the board. I think, I don't actually know that. I would assume so. Michael knows things I don't know.
It's a couple.
If people want to win, they're going to be pitching the house yeast.
We know the good lots.
It's really thick in there. If you get towards the end and it's too thick, just envision like dry grain going through stainless pipework. It'll just get really clogged. I think it'll be all right.
Then if you have a small volume of work in the fermenter, it might not even reach the temp probe. And then there's just all kinds of logistical issues from there.
Yeah, glycol issues where your fermentation temperature is not going to be controlled.
Imagine he knocks out the 60 and then they have to knock it out to 30 afterwards.
Yeah.
Brewers are chefs more than bakers. Anybody can follow a procedure, but it takes a chef to make adjustments on the fly. And throughout the process, during the mash, pre-boil, post-boil, you know, even the post-boil taste of the wort coming off the brew house, will influence the way that I ultimately dry hop the beer. So recipes for me are a malleable compass and like the least important part of a successful outcome. So it didn't take me a long time to write the recipe. I'm also pretty locked in right now.
So we're finishing up my mash right now. The strike water's coming in a little cold, so I'm using the jackets from the mash tun, the steam, to heat this up a little bit. That way I'll be right on target when I finish my mash. Also, I'm gonna be in rinses coming up, so I'll use those rinses to also get my mash temp up. Hopefully I'll nail it.
Nate's having a little rough go on his batch.
If he doesn't clear this, it's gonna be a problem here in a minute. 30 gallons left. Oh my God.
Cutting close.
I've never seen this before. Oh no, Michael, you can hear me. Oh no, dude, you gotta increase your master water. Oh. He's got 7 seconds left before it goes into rollers. Wow. Made it by 5 gallons.
Well, he's a fucking legend, huh?
I've never seen that before. That was close. Down to like the last 1/10 of a second. If you still have grain going through the mills and you run out of mash water, I think just like disaster ensues. Pulled it off.
You know, I gotta go with my guy Nate. Every single beer he makes, man, he nails it.
I gotta say Suds.
I'm going Team Alex this year for sure.
I think Porter's gonna win. Hashtag go turbo.
I'm gonna go with my man Suds.
I have to agree with Sudsy. I just love all the beers that he does. I want to say probably Nate will win, just like last year.
I'm gonna go Porter.
I want Alex to win, but Nate always wins.
I work with these guys very, very closely every day, and I don't want to pretend like I don't, but they're just like dumping the hops in there like blah. They forget that we're seasoning, baby. We got to let those things in nice and gentle, spread them throughout, massage those hops into that wort, knead those hops into that wort. Don't sledgehammer it. What are you guys doing?
My numbers are spot on. My pH was great. My extraction was really well. After tasting the wort, it's got a really nice bitterness that cuts that sweetness quite a bit. So now it all depends on how the yeast does.
It was a tough day for me, to be honest. I'm feeling good, feeling confident, feeling mostly relaxed, but I have a lot of competing things throughout my day in addition to brewing, and there's so much complexity to the business of Tree House that I have been heavily distracted today. I'm not making an excuse, but I'm just saying that that's just a fact. I've been very distracted.
The brew day went very smoothly, although I didn't get a full run off on my beer. Made some tweaks for my boil additions, and the rest of the brew came out spot on. I had a perfect starting gravity. pH was a tad low. Nate came in pretty confident. I think he was a little bit too cocky though. I think Brewer versus Brewer 1 kind of put him on a pedestal, but he seemed pretty nervous throughout his brew, so that was fun to watch. We'll see how his final product comes out.
Overall, I'm really excited about how the brew went. I just finished pitching yeast on it and never used that yeast before, so I'll kind of see how it goes. I came in a little bit hot on the density, which I was going to do a water add and bring that sugar content down, but because I'm using a new yeast, I figure the more sugar the better. I'm not really sure exactly how it's going to attenuate, so I just kind of rolled with it. pH was good. Color I was really happy with. I got a nice deep orange color without using any caramel or crystal malts, just that really high SRM base malt, so that was kind of cool. And the flavor profile of the wort I was really impressed with. So the aroma and the flavor component of the beer I'm really happy with. So at this moment in time, I don't think I would change anything about what I did except maybe add a little bit more oat malt, because I was kind of unsure about how that was going to extract, but overall pretty excited with how it came out. I think the first 2 competitions, you guys asked me how confident I was in my winning, and I said very confident on one, very confident on 2, and I'm 0 for 2. So being confident in your brew, I guess, doesn't matter. So I'm still very confident on this one, but just judging by the way the wort tastes and using that new experimental hop from Siegel, I think I got a really good chance of winning.
And I got to go with me for number 1. I'm going to take it home this time.
Definitely coming in first.
The coolest thing about this is that you get a mixed 4-pack of 4 different expressions of 4 excellent brewers' idea of what constitute a great triple IPA. Literally everybody's a winner. We will not release a beer that's not exceptional, so you're going to get 4 exceptional different beers, of which a few will stand apart in different but meaningful ways. I gotta split off for 1 second. All right guys, so these beers are coming all fresh off the line here at Tree House, available for you to pick up as a 4-pack tomorrow. They range in ABV, it looks like from 8.8 to 9.5. We did not do custom designs this year because we wanted it to remain as objective as possible. So there's very little information about the construct of these beers or the intent behind them, it's up to you to decide simply with your palate and your taste which one is best. Now, we chose triple IPA for this series because we think that's great for sharing, and we hope that you'll use these beers as an opportunity to hang out with your friends, try some great beers, and give us your thoughts and feedback. There is a QR code that's on the can that you can scan to vote and leave us your thoughts for a future video. Speaking of which, if you want to see that, you're going to want to get subscribed to the channel. As always, leave your thoughts down below. Click that like button, guys. We had a ton of fun with this. We'll see you on Treehouse Releases Instagram. Be good.